Hey guys, this is Mr. Davidson at Clinton High School. I wanted to take this time to welcome you to the fall 2020 school year. I'll be teaching first block Honor Civics, second block AP GoPo, and fourth block regular civics this year. So this welcome message is for all classes because what I've tried to do is set up at least the basic structure of each class the same for consistency. So what we're looking at right now is our first block honors Google Classroom page. The second block and fourth block pages will look very similar. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you've already joined Google Classroom. So please be mindful that you go over the syllabus for your course, that you join Remind. Here's the Remind code for first block. Make sure you join Remind for the correct class, not for the one on this video necessarily. And I also included the Google Class join code in case you wanted to share that with your parents. As a matter of fact, while you're watching this video, I encourage you to make sure you ask your parents to watch this welcome video with you so that we are all on the same page regarding the beginning of the year, and then they can also join Remind in Google Classroom to help keep up with the stuff that we are doing. Most of what you're going to find based on what Clinton City Schools wants us to do in Google Classroom will be on this page on the stream. And so I'll be loading this video. Actually, like I said, if you're watching it, it's already been loaded to the stream. And you'll also find your CHS week at a glance for the course. And I'll have it labeled by weeks and dates each week for the various groups, Group A, Group B, and virtual students. So all three groups, Group A, Group B, and virtual students, are going to be using the same week at a glance. I'm going to show you the one that I have done for first block Honor Civics and fourth block Civics. For the first week, I just put them both into the same week at a glance slideshow, since it's going to be pretty simple. And so let's go over some of the main points here. I'm using the same template every week, at least to start with. We are in a fluid situation, guys, so some of this may change or be revised throughout the year, so we all have to be ready to make these changes if need be. So I'll have the class and the dates for that week labeled for you as we go. And I'll have this each week up here as well. Keep in mind the following information. Monday, Tuesdays, those are Group A days. Thursday, Friday, those are Group B days. All right. The way I'm going to start the year for now, I'm going to teach the same lesson Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday, so I can keep everybody on the same page. That might mean I have to pack 4 days worth of lesson into 2 days in order to do that, and then you guys have the rest of the week on the Wednesday and your remote learning days to do whatever activities that I have posted. So when you're using this week at a glance, the Group A students should focus on the Monday, Tuesday sections, which I'll show you in a second, and Group B students should focus on Thursday, Friday lessons and the assignments that go with them. I posted the same assignments for each lesson. If you're a virtual student, you can choose Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday, whichever works best for you. Just know that virtual students, all your assignments are going to be due on Friday at the end of the week. And then all students should be responsible for whatever I post in the Wednesday assignments, which is usually going to be resources, extra resources for you to review or preview information, or quizzes and tests as well. Due dates, again, let's emphasize this. If you're a Group A student, your due dates are every Friday night by 11:59 p.m. If you're a Group B student, your due dates are the following Wednesday night by 11:59 p.m. And if you're a virtual student, your due dates are, since you get to basically work at your own pace, 11:59 that Friday nights. And again, you can choose the Monday, Tuesday information or the Thursday, Friday information. It is the same stuff. All right. Attendance. Now, if you're face-to-face, I'll just take attendance in class. But if you are a virtual student or you are on a remote day, then you need to click on this Google form and put in your last name and first name on the actual day, and that is what we are doing for attendance. If you happen to, and it needs to be on that day, do not go in here and try to do it 5 days in a row or 5 times in one day, because it is time stamped. If you do not fill out this form on a remote day or a virtual day, you will not be counted present for attendance. If you fill it out and it's not time-stamped correctly, in other words, you try to cheat, you do not get credit for attendance. So make sure you complete the form each day. I got to check it the following day to make sure that it is time-stamped correctly. It comes from your email, and I can get you in the Power School. All right, lectures. This is important. If you're face-to-face, you don't need to really worry about this, because we're going to be doing lectures in class around 5 or 10 minutes after class starts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be sitting at my desk kind of doing these lectures. It's not preferable, but it's probably the easiest way for me to do it, because I'm going to do the lecture like I'm doing this video right now. I will do it through a Google Meet. The Google Meet link for each class is on the home page of your Google Classroom. I'll go back and show you that in a second. I'm going to try to keep the lectures down to kind of like a 15 to 20 minute crash course at the most. If you are a virtual student or it's a remote day, you are welcome to join the Google Meet and watch the lecture live and ask questions. If you are virtual or Google Meet and you cannot be at the live lecture, I will be recording the lecture, and then I will post it into this Week at a Glance document after sometime later in the day. Unfortunately, when I record, it doesn't just give me the recording right away. It has to populate in Google Classroom. So either way, whether you attend the live lectures or you watch them on video, you're responsible for knowing the information in the lecture. So if you're a virtual student, you need to take individual responsibility to make sure this stuff gets done. All right, so this is what's going to navigate you through all your assignments. All right, so as you see, day 1, day 2, this is Monday, Tuesday here. This is Group A and virtual if you choose to do these days. All right, day 3 is Wednesday. This is all students. And day 4 and 5, this is Thursday, Friday. This is Group B, or virtual students, if they choose to do these days. When you click on Standard Course of Study, that takes us to what we're going to be covering in that particular lesson. So on Monday, we're going to just be doing the course syllabus, and these are basically your goals or objectives here that day. We click the Home button, and we can click this icon on the right, and that takes us to the day 1 instruction, activities, and assignments. Again, we're doing the civic syllabus on day 1. Here, note where it says recording of today's presentation to be provided later in the day. So Monday when we start, I'll basically be doing the same presentation again that I'm doing right now. I'll be doing it in a Google Meet format. I'll be recording it, and then I will post the link to the recording here for students to watch later on. I also encourage students, especially in a civics course, and this is especially true in AP, you need to watch the news. All right, so there is a link to student news. CNN does a student news. It's 10 minutes every day, and so I'm going to encourage students to watch that as well. So that's what the format's going to look like for this. You can see day 2. That's Tuesday. It's also Group A. And here we're going to actually attempt to start doing some notes on governments. And these are all the, again, lesson, activities, assignments, videos. Please note here, if I have an assignment that is posted in Google Classroom that means you need to go to the classwork tab of Google Classroom to complete that assignment and click Turn In. Alright, I will tell you to do that in parentheses beside the assignments. Alright, day 3 for this first week is just going to be a list of resources. This is just extra resources of information that we are already covering. This is especially true for you virtual students who are not getting the face-to-face interaction with me. And then you'll see day 4, it's the same thing. Alright, for Group B, this is what Group A did on Monday. This is what Group B is doing on Thursday, the same thing. Day 5, Friday, this is what Group A did on Tuesday. This is what Group B is doing on Friday. So again, it is the same information. Remember, Group A, all your assignments are due at the end of the week on Friday. Group B, all your assignments will be due at the end of the week or the following week on Wednesday. And then virtual students, whether you choose to do this section here or this section here, your stuff is due on Friday. We do have a section for announcements, and I obviously have no announcements at this time. Alright, so I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back here. Now look, classwork, like I showed you in the other section of the CHS Week at a Glance. Classwork, make sure if I assign you classwork, you go to this tab and you go to the assignment posted. I'll try to have it, like I said, week 1's kind of slow, so I'll try to have it posted by week and day and date and all that kind of stuff. And a little bit more detailed. You just open the assignment, you complete the assignment based on the attachments I give you, and you click Turn In. Alright. I think more or less that is it. All students are going to be assigned a computer through CHS. Those are the computers that you need to use, is the Chromebook that you are assigned. Please, especially if you're face-to-face, make sure that you have your computer at school every day and that it is charged every day and ready to go. You should have 7 to 10 hours of charge on that computer. You can bring some of your own materials to school, but we cannot share materials while we are in school. Alright. I do believe that is about it. If you have any questions, please send me an email, jdavidson@clinton.k12.nc.us, and I'll try to answer as many questions. Also, once you join Remind, you can send me questions that way. Email is probably the best way because sometimes my phone does the Remind notifications and sometimes it doesn't. Last thing, there's your Google Meet link. It'll be at the top of every Google Classroom homepage. All right, that's it. There's, I'm sure, a ton more stuff that we'll be going over, bathroom stuff in class, protocols in schools, and all that stuff. We'll do that on day 1. So if you're watching this before day 1, be sure to join the Google Meets at the beginning of your assigned class period. I will send a remind message to each class about 5 minutes before I start the Google Meet, approximately 5 minutes. All right. Hey guys, good luck. It's certainly going to be an adventure.